Are you ready to take a ride through the twists and turns of your mind? Will you go where you have never gone before? Deep inside, to discover sides to yourself you have never seen before. That is what we are about to do, and it is called Kokology. Kokology, 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 Kokology. If you're familiar with Kokology, and you've seen the many other videos, then you're ready to dive in. And if you haven't, here's how it works. My voice will guide you through a series of 7 scenarios, and after each scenario, I will ask you a multiple choice question. It's all multiple choice questions today. You will answer with the first answer that you connect with. Every single question has 4 multiple choice answers to select from. Go with the one you connect with first. Do not give yourself the space to consider what the best or most logical answer would be. No, you go with the first answer you connect with. You got it? Does that make sense? Good. The answers are the key to the inner workings of your deepest drives, desires, cravings, longings, yearnings. So it's important that you go with your first select. And please, pretty please, remember, this is strictly for your entertainment. This is not a scientifically validated psychological assessment, okay? It's not a stand-in for psychological advice. It's a creative, relaxing adventure. This is for your enjoyment. It is not to diagnose you. I am not a doctor. I don't even think I look like one. Now, let's just take a moment. Take a moment here to settle. Settling into your skin. Feeling at home, coming home to your body. Taking a deep breath in. And hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. Feeling your body growing more and more relaxed with every word. Closing your eyes if you feel called to. And preparing for our first scenario. Let's travel back in time. Back to the days where everything was washed by hand and wrung out to dry. The dirty clothes are starting to pile up, and you really need to do the laundry today. But when you look at the sky, you see dark clouds threatening rain. What goes through your mind? You have 4 options, and they are: number 1, seriously, I have to wait until tomorrow? What am I even going to wear? Number 2, let's wait it out a bit and see if the weather clears up. Number 3, well, I guess I won't have to do laundry today after all. Number 4, I'm doing this damn laundry whether it rains or not. Again, you have 4 options, and they are: number 1, seriously, I have to wait until tomorrow? What am I even going to wear? Number 2, let's wait it out a bit and see if the weather clears up. Number 3, well, I guess I won't have to do laundry today after all. Number 4, I'm doing this damn laundry whether it rains or not. Have you made your selection? Beautiful. Here's what it reveals about you. This is all about the little stresses we face in our daily lives. Your answer to this bad laundry day demonstrates the stress level you currently feel in your own life. If you chose, seriously, I have to wait until tomorrow, what am I even going to wear? Your stress level is at 80. You've been letting all the little things in life get to you, and now the stress has built up to the point that even the smallest annoyance can send you into a funk all day. It's time to take a break and relax before the stress starts affecting your health. If you went with, let's wait it out a bit, see if the weather clears up. Your stress level is at 50. You aren't overwhelmed by stress, and you manage to keep a good perspective when things don't go as planned. Keep working on problems as they arise, and you'll be fine. Remember, not all stress is bad. You can use the stress in your life to motivate you. If you answered, well, I guess I won't have to do laundry today after all, your stress level is nearly 0. You live by an easygoing philosophy. You don't let small problems bother you, and you don't see the point in worrying. If you said, I'm doing this damn laundry whether it rains or not, your stress level is close to 100. You feel so much stress in your life that you ignore reality and try to achieve the impossible. And when you fail, you end up with bigger problems and more stress than before. If you just take the time to relax and think things through, you'll see how much effort you've been wasting. Slow down and take it easy. It won't kill you to wear the same pair of socks one more day. Have you ever considered what really happens to us after we die? Do our souls move on to the next realm, or is death just the final boss? Do heaven and hell exist? How about reincarnation? People have questioned our aftermath for centuries, but the truth is we don't have the answers. Death is the ultimate unknown. But for this scenario, let's imagine the soul continues on after death. What do you picture the soul looks like once it's free from the body? You have 4 options, and they are: 1, it stays the same shape and size as it was when you were alive. 2, it expands in size. 3, it's tiny and shaped like a fairy. Or 4, it's a shapeless gas or a cloud. Again, your options are: 1, it stays the same shape and size as it was when you were alive. 2, it expands in size. 3, it's tiny and shaped like a fairy. 4, it's a shapeless gas or a cloud. Have you selected your soul? The way you picture the soul directly reflects how you see yourself. If the soul was the same shape and size as it was when you were alive, you have a strong sense of self-acceptance. You embrace all parts of yourself, including your flaws, and you genuinely appreciate who you are. Make sure to maintain that mindset as you move through life and keep discovering new ways to express self-love. If the soul expanded in size, you are not fully content with where you're at in life. You know there's much more to accomplish, and it makes you feel like your true self is much bigger than what you're able to show the world right now. That feeling of dissatisfaction can be a powerful motivator if you learn to channel it, but if you don't, it might leave you with a nagging sense that something's missing. If the soul was tiny and shaped like a fairy, even though you've got everything going for you, you still haven't figured out what it is that makes you truly amazing. This has created a loop of self-doubt where you constantly wonder what's wrong with you. The truth? There's nothing wrong with you. You're human and you're imperfect, just like the rest of us. Once you embrace that, you'll realize that being human has its own set of strengths and true beauty too. If the soul was a shapeless gas or a cloud, you're not fazed by your flaws or overly proud of your strengths. In fact, you're not even all that interested in thinking about yourself. This could indicate that you're either extremely shallow or incredibly wise. Whichever it is, it doesn't matter much to you anyway. Let's take a trip down memory lane to high school graduation. Can you picture it? Which of the following images of the ceremony stands out most clearly in your mind? You have 4 options, and they are: 1. The face of the principal handing out diplomas. 2. The banner that reads, "Congratulations, class of XXXX, whatever year." 3. The students standing proudly in their caps and gowns. 4. The graduation song. Again, your options are: 1. The face of the principal handing out diplomas. 2. The banner that reads, "Congratulations, class of," whichever year, XXXX. 3. The students standing proudly in their caps and gowns. 4. The graduation song. Do you have your selection? Very good. While graduation ceremonies follow certain fixed patterns, if you ask 10 different people to describe their impressions, they will likely describe 10 very different scenes. People naturally tend to focus on different aspects of the world and find certain types of information easier to recall than others. What you remember most clearly about your graduation shows the area where your memory is the strongest. If the face of the principal handing out the diplomas was the most vivid, you have a knack for remembering names and faces. Your ability to remember people makes them feel valued and important in your life. If the banner reading, "Congratulations, class of XXXX, whichever year," was the most clear, you are great at remembering numbers, dates, and birthdays. This makes you serious and dependable, and of course, you never miss an appointment. If it was the students standing proudly in their caps and gowns, you love reminiscing. Not only do you have the ability to remember a scene, but you're also able to feel the emotions associated with it. This makes it difficult for you to forgive and forget anyone who hurts you. If it was the graduation song, visual images may fade quickly for you, and what people say and what you hear is more important in your experiences. A specific melody or word can bring back the power of a moment and everything it holds. The echo of the gavel, the quick-fire arguments from the sharpest lawyers, the eerie silence as the decision is read aloud. Doesn't get more dramatic than a courtroom scene. It's a high-energy clash of the minds where the line between right and wrong often blurs, and the idea of justice can get lost in the legal wrangling. If you were an actor in a courtroom drama, which of the following characters could you see yourself portraying? Your 4 options are: 1. The lawyer. 2. The detective. 3. The accused. Or 4. The Again, your options are 1. The lawyer, 2. The detective, 3. The accused, or 4. The witness. Have you made your selection? Here's what it means. In psychological terms, the actor is associated with the mask you wear when facing or dealing with the outside world. The role you saw yourself playing shows how you typically respond to a crisis. So, if you chose the lawyer, you normally keep cool in stressful situations, and you rarely let others see you stressed. But you also have another side that surfaces only under the most intense pressure, where you become hot-headed and explosive when the situation demands it. This combination of calm control and fiery passion gets you through even the most desperate situations. If you play the detective, you don't get swept up in chaos and confusion. While others panic, you remain grounded and clear. People sense and respect your ability to see the bigger picture, and they tend to turn to you for help when they are in distress. This means that trouble seems to follow you, but you don't mind it. In fact, solving a crisis makes you feel calmer. If you were the accused, you might seem tough and detached, but beneath the surface, you lack the ability to finish fighting your battles. When conflicts arise, you waste time second-guessing and judging yourself instead of directly addressing the problems. It's probably in your own best interest to align yourself with people who handle things more practically. And as the witness, you might appear cooperative and helpful in any given situation, but your flexibility and eagerness to please others creates trouble. By trying to get along with everyone all the time, you end up inconsistent and even a little untrustworthy. Don't worry about being a people pleaser. The only person you really have to please is yourself. The winding river is both a source and a symbol of life. Rivers provide fresh water, transportation, and places to bathe, swim, fish, and relax outdoors. And as a result, people have chosen to build their homes near them. So, imagine living in a home located near a river or a stream. I have 4 options for you, and I want you to tell me which best describes your property. Number 1, the home is on a small island in the middle of a river. Number 2, a wide stream flows past the home, and it has a narrow footbridge across it. Number 3, a babbling brook runs through one corner of the property. Number 4, the home is on a property that is crisscrossed by a maze of winding streams. Again, which best describes the property? Number 1, the home is on a small island in the middle of a river. Number 2, a wide stream flows past the home, and it has a narrow footbridge across it. Number 3, a babbling brook runs through one corner of the property. Number 4, the home is on a property that is crisscrossed by a maze of winding streams. Got it? The relationship between your home and the nearby water reflects your desire for social distance and personal space. If you went with a home on a small island in the middle of a river, you don't need infinite room to roam. Just a quiet place to call your own. A place where you can be alone with your thoughts and escape society. If you chose a home with a wide stream and a narrow footbridge, You maintain a small, intimate circle of friends and family, and hold the rest of the world at arm's length. You're a little harder to get close to than others, but that means when you consider someone a friend, you're loyal to them to the end. If there was a babbling brook running through one corner of the property, you don't make a clear distinction between your social and private life. You maintain an open door policy with the world and think of strangers as friends you just haven't made yet. Your openness and free spirit means that whatever happens in life, you'll never have to face it alone. If it was a home whose property is crisscrossed by a maze of winding streams, you live in a complex social network and are occupied by the relationships between yourself and the people in your life. There are times where you feel overwhelmed by the requests and obligations of the many different people in your circle. And now, you're seated in a quiet diner. You're still deciding what you want when the waitress arrives and asks for your order. Without thinking, you order a sandwich and a cup of coffee, but after she leaves, you suddenly realize you're in the mood for hot chocolate, not coffee. What do you do next? You have 4 options, and they are: 1. Continue reading the menu while thinking about how great the hot chocolate would taste. 2. Look around to see if the waitress is going to come back. 3. Get up and find the waitress so you can change your order. Or 4. Give up and just wait for the coffee. Again, your options are: 1. Continue reading the menu while thinking about how great the hot chocolate would taste. 2. Look around to see if the waitress is going to come back. 3. Get up so you can find the waitress and change your order. 4. Give up and just wait for the coffee. Did you choose? Great. As you know, making a mistake when you order, not the end of the world, but the way that you handled it suggests something deeper about your personality. Your course of action or inaction shows how you would react to a relationship ending. It reveals how long you hold on to a love gone wrong. If you continued reading the menu and thinking about how great the hot chocolate would taste, you don't know when to call it quits. You keep dwelling on the good times and fantasizing that someday things will return to what they were. Chances are they won't. It's time to wake up. Smell the coffee. Sorry. If you looked around to see if the waitress was going to come back, you worry too much about what people think. You're more concerned that people might be whispering about you getting dumped than you are about the actual breakup. Your pride might even be the reason why you got dumped in the first place. If you got up to find the waitress so you can change your order, you're not the type to feel down after a romance ends, mainly because you can't even believe it happened in the first place. Your reaction to a breakup is more a state of shock than mourning, and you'll do anything to escape the memories. Instead of turning to substances, a hobby might be a healthier way to take your mind off things. If you gave up and just waited for the coffee, it generally takes you one night's sleep to get over a breakup. A power nap would probably do it in a pinch. The question is whether that makes you thick-skinned, insensitive, or the most unshakable optimist in the world. Take a moment to picture your dream car without giving any thought to expense or other practical considerations. What kind of car do you envision yourself in? Again, there are 4 options, and they are: 1. A fully equipped high-performance vehicle. 2. A design masterpiece with a sleek, stunning body. 3. A status symbol ride with a price tag to match. 4. As long as it gets you from point A to B, you're good. Again, your options are: 1. A fully equipped high-performance vehicle. 2. A design masterpiece with a sleek, stunning body. 3. A status symbol ride with a price tag to match. Or 4. As long as it gets you from point A to B, you're good. Did you make your selection? Your taste in cars typically reflects your taste in members of the opposite sex. The features you want in your dream car reveal the things you respond to when looking for a partner. If you chose a fully equipped high-performance vehicle, ideally you want everything out of your car and your partner, which also means you're willing to appreciate the good qualities in everyone. Your varied tastes might make you look a little inconsistent, equally attracted to beauty, kindness, sophistication, humor, and charm, but this makes it possible for you to evaluate potential partners based on their own strengths, giving you a basis for comparison before making your final choice. If you went with a design masterpiece with a sleek, stunning body, there's little doubt that physical appearance is the key to your heart. It's not only finding someone whose looks appeal to you that's important. You also want someone you can show off to the world. The exaggerated emphasis you place on the exterior means it's easy for you to wind up with a lemon. Make sure to check under the hood before you drive anything home. If it was a status symbol ride with a price tag to match, social status and material success are crucial to you, and that translates to your choice of partners as well. The right family, the right school, the right career, for you, they all add up to make the right person. Ambition is not bad in itself, but your mate might not appreciate being another rung on the ladder to your success. If you thought, as long as it gets you from point A to B, you're good, you're happy with just about anyone who meets certain minimum standards, which makes you open, accepting, and forgiving. You don't expect others to fulfill your dreams, and you enjoy the same consideration in return. This could be a very smooth road to contentment, but when you think about it, it might mean others aren't expecting much from you either. And that's a wrap on our 7 Kokology scenarios. Please make sure to share how you felt about the answers, whether or not you connected with them, and what they evoked for you. Thank you so much for subscribing. This is another new setup, so let me know what you think. And I am sending so much love to you, and I cannot wait to see you here again very soon.